Hey everyone, welcome to the afternoon edition of Power Core Productions. And today, we're bringing back a classic series here to the channel. One of the pioneers of the anime Marvel universe. To watch it grow to what it's become and to be doing phase 3, coming back to a lot of the old series that I first started with, it truly is an amazing feeling. And at first, I want to say thank you to all of my fans, all of my supporters of the channel. Like I always say, I can't do it without you. You make the channel grow, you make the core grow. And today, we're going to be continuing Demon Slayer Dark Fury, What If Tanjiro Had Venom, with Season 3, Part 1. I do want to apologize. I know I did the retelling of Seasons 1 and 2 in the video prior to the start of Season 3, but I do want to apologize because when I was first doing this series about 2-3 years ago, I butchered a lot of the Demon Slayer names. Like, I know that how they're pronounced and how they're spelled can be a bit different. So for the earlier series, I apologize for that, and I'm going to try my best to do better this time around. I had a lot of practice, a lot of time, and I'm really looking forward to it. We're getting into Season 3 of Demon Slayer, continuing with an old series, so hope you'll enjoy. As always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Akaza stood in place as the walls shifted and moved around him. The lair of his master, where he kept himself hidden from the world. The Infinity Castle. Among him, the other members of the upper rank of the Kizuki. Number 1, Kokushibo, upper rank. Upper rank 2, Doma. Himself, number 3. Upper rank 4, Hantengu. Upper rank 5, Gyoko. And recently promoted upper rank 6, Kaigaku. All of them brought together under the will of their master, Muzan Kibutsuji. Of course, for Akaza, he was pretty familiar with why they had all been brought here. His master was not pleased with them. They all stood in attention as Muzan called them to order. Failure. Failure is what I come to expect. If you are decent, then I am slightly surprised. Master Muzan, Doma would say with a smile. How have we failed you in any way? If so, then please, take my eyes as penance and keep your wretched eyes to yourself, maggot. What use do I have for them? They would only be as much more a testament to your failure as anything else. I do not wish to see them, or to have you stare back at me aimlessly. Do you know why I formed you? Why I brought you all together? To destroy the Ubayashi family. To find the blue spider lily. And yet you have all accomplished none of those things. And once more, the Hashira still live. Time and time again, you have failed to kill them. This recent bunch proving to be an allotted sort. And what's worse, a boy who is not even a Hashira has been allowed to best you. I am not surprised by the failure of Gutaro and his sister Daki. If he had simply gone in alone, he would have slaughtered them all. No, I have allowed weakness to persist. I let it persist because I believed you all superior as upper ranks. That fault lies with me. Funny. Fault in myself. There's great change occurring in the world, and I am not fond of it. I am what resists change. I move past change. I will become something that will never change, something that will live forever. And yet you all fail me in that endeavor, time and time again. Am I a joke to you? Do I amuse you? Do you find satisfaction and glee in your hearts? I know you don't. Because if you did, for even 1 second, I will eviscerate you. Now, master, no need to let your tempers flare. Muzan turned to see a man walking on the side of the walls. A man in a suit that seemed as though it were dyed in the deepest shades of a bloody red. His hair, red itself, fiery and curly in nature. His eyes hidden behind sunglasses as he licked the canine teeth in his mouth, his tongue abnormally long. There's no need to strike fear into them. They are your upper ranks who have served you loyally. Even a great tactician knows when to lose a battle to win the war. What is he doing here? Akazawa asked. He is formerly a lower rank 4, Cletus Cassidy. Ooh, Cletus! I've seen some of your work. You're truly a thorough man, Doma would say. Gyoko would try to offer Muzan valuable information that only proved to be somewhat useful. If you come to me with a half-cocked idea again, it will be the last thing you ever do. Go and confirm your information, and at once you and Hantengu will leave and act upon it. Muzan dismissed them before turning his sights to Cletus. What's the matter, Lord Muzan? You can tell me anything. What troubles you? You know what troubles me. Your very existence. You are just like that boy. I am far better than the boy. I am what the boy wishes he could be. Because I'm everything you want. I am not bound by morality of man. I do as I wish. I eat as I wish. I sleep as I wish. I kill as I wish. And I enjoy myself as I wish. But tell me something, O grand and powerful master. What troubles you the most? Instead of the lies that you tell yourself. You see, you think that you're in control, that you have it all figured out. I can help you. But that's only if you trust me. You serve under me, you will do as I say. Without question. You made it my job to watch over the other Kizuki, to make sure that they're all getting along. I will accomplish anything you ask. The next time one of them engages with a Hashira, I want the Hashira dead. Do you understand? Without question. If I am in the vicinity and I find one of your Kizuki in battle with the Hashira, I promise the Hashira will die This I assure you. Cletus would disappear from Muzan. The second he left, Muzan would take a deep sigh. He would never let it be shown to the others. But honestly, he was terrified. In the meantime, the Kizuki were among themselves, discussing what had happened. Of course, Akaza did not take too well to Doma speaking over him. However, Kokushibo, trying to establish order, would tell Akaza to stay in his place, to acknowledge the ranks superior to him. Now, boys, no need to fight. Our master is quite forgiving. I do not believe I was speaking to you, number 7. We're supposed to be allies here. No need for hostility. Why do we let things like petty numbers come between us? Oh, preach, Doma would say as he jumped on the Cletus's back. This is someone who truly understands. We allow ourselves to be divided by numbers and ranking and order. If we all truly work together as one, then that's weakness, Akaza would say. I do not subscribe to the idea of weakness. Only the strong should survive. Oh, and tell me, how strong were you when you lost to the Flame Hashira? I didn't lose to the Flame Hashira. I had him beat dead to rights. I had my fist planted firmly in his gut. He was dead. But then that boy in the damn Hanafuda earrings, he gave the Flame Hashira that monster, that creature that he's bonded to. I lost because it was an unfair advantage. This is... You heard that right? He talked about unfair advantage. What's so funny? Before Akaza could throw an attack, Cletus, creating a red tendril, wrapped him up and threw him to the ground. You talk about unfair advantage. Look in the mirror. You're a demon, for crying out loud. You live in the advantage. You only come out at night. You fight against would-be swordsmen with no natural talent or skill of their own, besides knowing how to breathe. You've had the advantage for centuries, and yet all of you have managed to accomplish nothing. I'm only trying to be nice, but let me make this perfectly clear. In my eyes, every last single one of you are pathetic. In this moment, I don't give a damn about your ranks. I don't care what number is scratched in your eyeball. It doesn't matter. I'll do Lord Muzan a favor, and I'll kill every single one of you right now. And I'll get it done myself. If you really think you can. The sound of a sword being removed from its sheath echoed throughout the room. Kokushibo, slicing away at the tendril with ease, before sheathing his blade. I do not know who or what you are. It does not matter to me. You can say whatever you want. But I will only say this once. If you raise even a finger against me, I will be the one to cut you down. Like I said, all I see are centuries of failures. I'm just trying to spruce things up. Have some fun. I have no problem working with any of you. But I'll have you know, I've tried demon and human. And honestly, I'd like to say that demon is pretty finger-licking good. Keep that in mind, because otherwise, you'll all become food on my plate. All of the demons would disappear save for the two, Akaza and Cletus. Why do you have to go and get so worked up, Akaza? What is the meaning of this? What foul magic do you use? Magic? I wouldn't say it's anything like that. The red symbiote began to form over his body. I like to think that what I do is simply a miracle. A miracle that fell from the stars. You see, when you learn what I learn, you come to realize that petty things, such as the whims of those on this rock, become absolutely meaningless. There are those far beyond, out there in the stars above, beings with power far greater than anything you mere demons could ever comprehend. Unfortunately, Muzan doesn't seem to realize that. You are a betrayer. Lord Muzan does not know. He cannot reach you with his power. Are you going to expose me, Akaza? I don't think you will. After all, if you wanted to expose me, you would have done so a long time ago. So tell me, who's really the betrayer? I haven't said or done anything against Lord Muzan. But if you think I have, you're free to say something. I won't stop you. Go on. Run to your master. The master that berates you, that belittles you. The master that makes you kiss the ground and love it. Go on. Cletus would disappear, leaving Akaza on his own. In the meantime, Tanjiro, following the battle at the entertainment district, would find himself right back where it all started. Yeah, at the udon stand. That was where it all began. He had come in for some udon and roasted duck, and the next thing he knew, he found himself getting picked up on a multiversal adventure, traveling across worlds to fight an evil witch. Yeah, that's a mouthful of a sentence. How do you go back to your regular life, if you can even call this regular? I mean, sure, for Tanjiro, his job hadn't changed, his mission hadn't changed. Defeat all the demons, save his sister who's a demon, yeah, that's all well and good. Wait a second. Tanjiro hit his head against a tree. I was with multiple wizards, with magic. I was with multiple wizards with magic. I was with multiple wizards with magic. And I didn't get Nezuko a cure! Damn it! What is with all of the yelling? Venom would ask, as a small black blob of liquid would form on Tanjiro's shoulder, as Tanjiro kept hitting his head against the tree. Will you stop that? I can feel it too, you know. It's just that I'm such an idiot, Venom. I had wizards. I could have asked wizards for help. I could have got Nezuko a cure, and oh God, how stupid can I be? Serves you right. You have a one-track mind, Tanjiro. You become so fixated on one thing that you never once try to consider the other possibilities. Even I was confused at the fact that you were near multiple magical beings and you didn't ask them once for a cure for Nezuko, and I guarantee you they would have had it. It's all my fault, and now I can't get in contact with them. It's not like it changes anything. You would still be a Hashira. You would still fight against the other demons. Hashira? Wait, they didn't make you a Hashira? No, they didn't. I mean, there's no position open. All the other Hashira are still alive. You still didn't get promoted, damn it. I mean, it's not like I fight for the promotion or anything, but that's besides the point. All of our good work is going in vain. We have fought against multiple Kizuki. We even helped kill one. And you mean to tell me that they still haven't given you the rank of Hashira? What are they, blind? Val, now, it's no big deal. I mean, we've got bigger issues right now. I've got to get a new sword. I'm surprised that dingy thing survived as long as it did. You know that your sword maker is not going to like you very much. I mean, it's not like I did it on purpose. It's just that I've been through and I've warned you against using the double critical. Do you know how much damage you're doing to your innards every time you pull that off? You stretch your lungs to the absolute max before filling it with symbiote. Your blood vessels are going to burst if you keep it up at this point. You're right. Look, you have a higher tolerance for pain, higher than most, and for that it is quite admirable, even more so than your counterparts. But still, you are only human. If you keep pushing your body to this point, then eventually there won't be anything of you left. You must learn to pace yourself. Remember what your master taught you. Right, Master Urokodaki. I can't become too over-reliant on Venom. We're supposed to be a partnership. I can't just use all of the power and just rely on it to work every single time. I'll promise you, I will get better. I'll be better for the both of us. I'm going to be... Yeah, I know what you're going to be already. When are we going to get to the station? Oh, it looks like it's not too far ahead. Tanjiro would be meeting with one of the members of the Demon Slayer Corps. You could say that in terms of their importance, they weren't so much high on the food chain, but still, they were important in the sense that they had to run errands for the main Demon Slayers. They were known as the Kakushi. Their job being as servants, attendants, the cleanup crew, everything. They kept their faces covered to hide their identity. And for Tanjiro, he was heading to the meeting spot because he had to travel. Travel to the Swordsmith village, where the Nichirin blades were made for the Demon Slayers. This place was kept hidden for a very important reason. Because this was where the main weapons of the Demon Slayer Corps came from, in their fight against the demons. So of course, they couldn't allow for this information just to go out to anyone. A complex traveling route was put into place. Even Venom had to be sealed inside of a jar, with the jar covered up. Tanjiro had his eyes covered, his ears covered, his nose covered as well, to make sure that he didn't remember the trail. No, even different traders were being put into the route, as different Kakushi were going to be handing off Tanjiro and Venom at every which way and point, to make sure that they never remembered the trail. Even the Kakushi themselves didn't remember the trail, as they could only go to a certain point, and that was only thanks to the crows that led them, and even the crows were changed. It was definitely complex to say the least, but it was of the utmost importance. You see, Tanjiro had a swordsmith, the swordsmith who, in question, wasn't really too fond of him. Why? Because the swords kept breaking, and it didn't help that Venom made it a lot worse. They put their swords through the ringer, and now Tanjiro had to go and get a new one. After traveling through the complex trail, Tanjiro would eventually arrive to the village of the swordsmiths. The buildings were definitely beautiful and unique, and it was built on a hot spring no less. It was a place where you could treat your remedies, get your sword repaired, truly feel refreshed and renewed before you went out and carried on in your battle against the demons. As such, Tanjiro would be greeted by the headmaster of the village and the father of the swordsmith that made Tanjiro's sword. Tanjiro was grateful and was respectful in meeting him, thankful for having a chance to get his sword finally repaired. Of course, the swordsmith in charge didn't blame Tanjiro. He actually blamed his son who had mysteriously run off again. You see, in their eyes, there was no such thing as a bad swordsman. No, you didn't get this far if you were a bad one. It just meant that you had a bad blacksmith who made you a bad blade. And in his eyes, his son had a tendency to make bad blades, at least in his opinion. And he was going to have to give him a severe talking to when he finally caught him again. Surprisingly enough, one of the Hashira in question was actually there. The love Hashira, Mitsuri Kanroji. She could hear the sounds of someone new coming through, and she wanted to meet them. Of course, as Tanjiro was being shown around and heading to the hot springs, he could hear his name being called in the distance. A girl with pink and green hair, dressed in a kimono and a shawl, running straight towards him. Tanjiro! Tanjiro! You won't believe it! Tanjiro! Hot mama, Venom would say. Look at those! Lady Mitsuri! Calm down! Your breasts are coming out! As Mitsuri ran straight towards Tanjiro, with every force and fiber in his being, he managed to grab hold of her clothing, spinning her around and getting her properly tied up, Venom simply groaning in his head. You had a chance to experience heaven, boy. She could have made a man out of you. What the? Venom, we're supposed to be respectful. Respectful for what? This is a job where you could die like tomorrow. Are you seriously going to say that you want to die and never had any action at all? I mean, look at her. She's absolutely... Yes, I know how she looks. Now shut up. Lady Mitsuri, what's wrong? I met someone inside of the hot spring, and I tried to make him my friend, and he didn't listen to me. I thought that we were going to get a good vibe and he could be a good friend, but then he just shoved me off and had no care or regard at all. Oh, it's okay. Whoever it is, they probably just had a hard day. It's all, I promise. And besides, dinner's going to be ready soon. I hear they're making rice balls. Ooh, rice balls? I can't wait. I absolutely love rice balls. Come on, let's go. I'll catch up with you. What a baby. Shut it, Venom. As Tanjiro made his way to the boys' hot spring, he would meet the said ruffian in question. It was a fellow participant from the final selection, Genya Shinazugawa, the younger brother to the Wind Hashira. Genya! Hey! It's nice to meet you again! Tanjiro quickly found his head under the wire as Genya didn't want to hear any of Tanjiro's voice. I came here to get some peace and quiet, not to be babbled on to by the likes of you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you, really, I promise. But all I wanted to... It seemed as though Genya was trying to drown Tanjiro. Venom would create a black tendril that would protrude from Tanjiro's shoulder, smacking him in the face and knocking him once again. Look here, you little shit. My owner might be a wimp, but I'm not. You've got one more time to try to push me into the water. Otherwise, I'm gonna rip your head off, you understand me? Venom, please, calm down. You don't have to go starting fights with everyone. And you need to stop being such a wimp. Don't let him walk all over you. Especially him. If you got a problem with me, then why don't you just say it? I do got a problem. It's called your face. Shut up, you freak. 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 I'll show you, freak. I'll show you, freak, when I put my Venom. Stop. No, please. Tanjiro found himself fighting with a multitude of black tendrils, all of them aiming straight towards Genya. Genya looked like he was ready to reach for something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever. Venom, calm down, please. No, stop. No, you can't do that. No. If you kill a human, you're gonna get us in trouble. I just don't like his attitude. Seriously. Always going around with a stick up his ass. Who died and made him the queen bitch in charge? Come on, language! Venom, I thought we were making progress. Progress, my ass. You can't just go around and let people do whatever they want, Tanjiro. People like him need to be taken down a peg or two to know that there's always a bigger fish in this pond. You deserve respect. I don't do this for respect. I'm just trying to do what's right. That's all that matters to me. He can say, feel, or think whatever he wants. But I'm not gonna hurt him because of that. Come on. Let's relax and enjoy the hot spring. I'm sure if I put in some requests, they'll make some duck. I want sesame duck. Okay? And barbecue. And filet. And grilled. And I want it Unozuki style. Oh, I didn't know you were a fan of that style. I am a duck connoisseur. Also, I want some chocolate. That evening, Tanjiro would have dinner with Mitsuri. While they were eating, there was much to be discussed, especially about Tanjiro. The Hashira actually had a meeting recently about you. About me? Why? It can't be ignored, Tanjiro. Your contributions, they're being heard all throughout the Demon Slayer Corps. You assisted in battling against multiple Kizuki, and on top of that, you managed to help in killing one. And you saved the life of 2 Hashira. I mean, we would have lost Rengoku, and Tengen would have had to retire if not for you. Somewhere far off in the distance, Tengen sneezes, looking at his repaired arm thanks to the likes of Venom, his wives tending to his every need. I'm not gonna lie, I actually let him cut my arm off. You what? One of Tengen's wives would say. I mean, it was in the heat of the battle, I had to make a sacrifice, so I figured why not let it be my arm. Truth be told, I was actually looking to retire. But then old Tanjiro had to swoop in with a miracle, and you should be grateful. We don't want to have a husband with one arm. Oh, what? I can satisfy all of you with one arm. Yes, but 2 arms are better. And you don't want to be an amputee. You still have a lot to contribute. Yeah, fine. But still, I was hoping that kid would have just taken my spot. He's definitely got the skill for it. Yeah, you're right. That thing that's attached to him, it allowed him to battle on par with the Kizuki, an upper-ranked Kizuki at that. Yeah, I'm still reeling from it. Whatever Master has planned, it's definitely going to change things around here. Back at the Swordsmith village, Mitsuri would explain that around 2 months ago, after Tengen recovered, all the Hashira were brought together for an emergency meeting. It was about Tanjiro and Venom. It could no longer be ignored. The boy's talents, his abilities, the power that he possessed. He had the power to battle against demons on their level or higher. This was the real change they had been looking for. The master of the Demon Slayer Corps himself, the leader whom they all looked to, agreed. I would like to meet Tanjiro again. He could be the one that can bring this war to an end finally with the demons. Muzan can feel it. I know he can. His power is starting to slip. Soon we will be the ones to strike the finishing blow. Yeah, but aren't you guys just a little worried? I mean, we're talking about someone who doesn't have the power of a demon being able to scare even the demons. I'm not saying I'm not grateful to have him on our side, but at the same time, if we have something that even the demons are scared of, what happens if it decides to turn on us? Rengoku would also chime in. I can't speak to that future. All I can know is this. I would have lost my life if not for Tanjiro. He's the reason why I'm still here. In our text and archives, there have been talks about strange beings and artifacts that fell from the sky. Normally, we thought that they were just myth and rumor, but Venom changes all of that. He is definitive proof that there is life among the stars. Who knows how many more of his kind are on our very home world, or other beings or other things that could have come here as well. I think that maybe it's time we started investigating more about these rumors. Who knows how much power could lie here in our own backyard, power that we haven't even become fully acquainted with yet. And as far as about making him a Hashira, and you're not making him a Hashira, Obi would speak up amongst them. If you want to sing his praises all day long and throw him a parade, be my guest. I don't really care. But making him a Hashira, that is out of the question. I'll be damned if you're going to do it on my watch. There's no need to be so angry. I can't say I disagree either. No. Why do you feel this way? Yes, Shinobu would ask. Isn't it obvious? He is a mockery to the Hashira. He's not a swordsman. He's not skilled. Giyu would say otherwise. He trained for years without using Venom even once, and he passed the final selection without him as well. He has grown in his own right. His power speaks for itself. You can't deny him. Yes, I can. That grave over there, filled with all of our comrades. Why? Were they not good enough? Were they not worthy? Or let me guess, because they didn't have magical space shit attached to them. I don't give a damn what you do or what you call him, but a Hashira, he is not. And if you do want to give him that title, then hell, he can have my spot, because I refuse to acknowledge him as one. If this farce is over, I'm out of here. Tanjiro couldn't help but feel a bit sad at this. It's nothing to worry about, though, Mitsuri would say. I think Obi's just taking a little while to getting to like you. No, he's not wrong. I mean, I'm grateful for Venom, for his help. But if I'm being honest, if he wasn't there, I don't know if I could have done it on my own. I like to think that I'm strong. I like to think that I'm capable of handling anything that comes my way. But even still, I know I have to get better. I have to be better. It shouldn't always come down to just using Venom's power to save the day. I want to be able to do it on my own also. I want to show that I'm not useless. That I'm not dead weight, and shut up! Venom would speak to Tanjiro once more. You think I could have done it without you? In case you forgot, I need a host. And for what it's worth, I couldn't think of a better one. Quit trying to separate the two of us, acting like we don't fight as one. We are one being. It is not I am Venom or you are Venom. We are Venom. And Venom fights as one. You're right. We are Venom. As Mitsuri was preparing to go and check on the final attachments for her newly made blade, she would see off Tanjiro and Nezuko, who she had taken a liking to. Tanjiro promised that he would do his best, that he would keep battling against the demons, and he promised he would defeat Muzan Kibutsuji. Mitsuri was astounded by the boy's determination and ferocity. Intriguingly enough, she told him that in this area, there was said to be a special power, one that could make him even stronger. The next day, as Tanjiro made his way through the village side, he found someone speaking in the distance. It was the Mist Hashira himself, the one known as Muchiro Tokido. Along with him, besides a fellow blacksmith worker who was very adamant about not giving him something, he saw someone standing there behind them, a man with Hanafuda earrings like his own, a man that he knew for a fact that he had seen before, long ago in his dreams. This concludes Demon Slayer Dark Fury, What If Tanjiro Had Venom, Season 3, Part 1. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that's to come out now and in the future. And stay tuned tomorrow afternoon as we're going to be continuing with Demon Slayer Dark Fury, What If Tanjiro Had Venom, Season 3, Part 2. Also, if you haven't, make sure you check out our earlier upload from in the morning and follow along with our morning series as well of What If Captain America Was the Shield Hero Season 1. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings. Signing off, and I'll see you next time.